Captain, the human didn't put on his anti-warp gear before he jumped.
Sad to hear. Prepare the coffin and jettison it.
No, sir. The human. Nothing's happened to it. It didn't go insane from seeing infinity in the stars.
What the hell are you on about? The captain replied, annoyed. That's not possible. Surely it was strapped in the gear before the jump.
No, sir, I'm sure of it, the lieutenant replied. And yet it's still alive and breathing.
Gods, the captain said, as a deep sense of unease began to well up inside of him. Take me to him.
The ship's medical practitioners were examining the human in hushed whispers. It was common knowledge that being exposed and conscious throughout a space jump would kill any being, sentient or not, and humans were no more resistant than the rest of the galaxy's inhabitants.
What the hell were you thinking, Private? The captain said, not bothering to conceal his anger. He was directly responsible for any deaths on board, and had no time nor respect for any soldier not competent enough for self-preservation.
Why am I here? The human replied simply, not reacting to the torch shining in his pupils. Why are you all here?
You said it hadn't gone crazy, Lieutenant, the captain whispered.
The lieutenant shook his head. No, it's sane enough. Any other being exposed to this would have no brain function at all, let alone be able to reply. This is unheard of. You're all dead and born again, the human continued, almost to himself. Dead and born again. Brain function may be shutting down as we speak, the chief medic said, getting the attention of the other physicians. She began strapping down the human, indicating for the other medics to do the same. The human made no effort to resist, instead turning to face the captain of the ship. You're dead, Captain. You're dead, and yet you stand before me, the human said, looking at the captain, or perhaps through him.
Fucking hell, the captain said. Just put it to sleep or euthanize it. We don't have time for this.
What do you mean? The lieutenant asked, leaning towards the human. What did you see in the stars? I saw no stars, the human replied, his face blank. I only saw death. You are all dead, and yet you are here. The human looked around the room. Why am I here? Why am I there?
It's gone mad, the captain said dismissively.
Wait, the chief medic said, kneeling in front of the human. What do you mean? Where are you? I am in the ship, the human replied. I am there, and everyone is dead. You're all dead, and I'm here, and I'm there, and I'm here. The human began to shake uncontrollably, and started tearing at his restraints. The medics attempted to restrain him, but he paid them no heed. What happened in the jump? The lieutenant shouted over the noise. There was no jump! The human screamed in reply. You're all dead! You're all... The human's neck suddenly rocked backward, then he fell forward, the remains of his head gushing onto the floor. The captain glanced around the room as if daring anyone to challenge him.
A mercy killing, the captain said, holstering his weapon. Now clean that mess up and get back to work. We have a mission to do.
The captain returned to his quarters, letting out a deep and heavy sigh. Teleportation was an imperfect science, and perhaps an imperfect term. They did not teleport so much as reconstruct. But of course, a being could not exist in two times, in two places at once. The original could not be allowed to survive. Consciousness cannot exist simultaneously. It was best not to think about these things. Above all, the mission was paramount.